Um, and basically, me and G, we went to the tennis club, and we played tennis in the weekend. And then he just did like a string of shopping for me, because normally he has like an allowance that he gives me every month, and then I just do what I want from that. So we went out and we did quite a bit of shopping. It was nice. Like we had so much fun, and then we had brunch. I'll just quickly show you guys what we got today. So the first thing he got me was this really cute swimming costume because we plan on going to the beach. So a girl has to look good. I'm not a huge fan of bikinis, only because my bum, like I have a butt, and I don't like my butt like. I have a butt. What can I say? A girl got bum. The next thing he got me was this. Now this is for my flower pot. It's for my plant. He bought me a plant, and this is for my plant. So I need to have something nice. Then the next thing he got me was this journal, LV journal, and I've just been like writing down a lot of stuff. Then he also got me this boot cut jeans. And what can I say? A girl needs boot cut jeans, like especially jean skirts this summer. I need jean skirts. What can I say? It just has to happen. And then the next thing he also got me was this really cute green bag. I just like it. It's one of those things that you can just wear wherever you want to go. You can just wear it wherever, like the style. It's just nice. You can just wear it wherever. So yeah, I like it, love it, need it, have it, got it. Then the next thing he got me was this. Like he also got me these sunglasses, but he got me this as well. And it's really good because I need my sunglasses collection is down bad. Like I needed some upgrades and I needed some additions. So yeah, we had a really, really nice time. And then he got me some other jewelries as well because I needed jewelry. So I got like some earrings and stuff like that. So we had a really, really nice time. And yeah, it's just been really, really fun. And I'm actually excited for this summer because I am literally about to wild out. I'm literally about to have the best time with him. So yeah, a lot's been happening. Today I really just wanted to talk about just this weird gender war between men and women on YouTube and Instagram and just social media in general. Like, aren't you guys tired? Well, aren't you guys tired? Like, aren't you guys tired? I think this idea that this obsession with standards, and this obsession that other people have with other people's standards is nuts. So this is my opinion on guys, men. For me, I actually don't really have much of an opinion on men in general. So some of my experiences have been negative, but majority of my experiences have been positive. So for me, I don't like love men and I don't hate men. They're just there. Men are just men. I'm just neutral. They're just there doing their thing, menin. I love my man very, very much. And I love my papa, my mom, my popsy. I love my popsy very much and my male cousins and, them men in my life. I've been fortunate enough to know good men, but overall, I don't love men. And overall, I don't hate men. They're just there doing their thing, whatever. And as far as I can see, there's this like uh obsession with, especially men have this obsession with women's standards. They're like especially they're obsessed about the women whose standards they can't meet. Like as far as I've been, as long as I've known myself, I've always been high maintenance, and I don't really see it as high maintenance. I see it as this is just who I am. I enjoy going out, I enjoy spending, I like having nice things, I like looking good, and I have like certain standards for my life. And I don't really see it as high maintenance. I just see it as like my normal everyday thing. But it will be seen as high maintenance to those who can't keep up. Like I've realized this now. If a guy will only say you're high maintenance if you can't keep up. with what you've got going on, then it becomes too much. And I've always thought, okay, well, if what a woman's doing is too much, then why go there? Why stress yourself? If you know this woman is she's into lavish things, she likes good things, why stress yourself out over it? It's not that deep. Just go to the person that matches your lifestyle. And there's this, I feel like a lot of guys are upset that the women that they like require certain things. And because if you think about it this way, it's actually quite bizarre, because when you meet this woman, one of the reasons you liked her is because of how well polished and well put together she is. You like her because she's well put together, she's polished. Where do you think that comes from? Where do you think that comes from? Do you think someone just becomes automatically polished? If someone is well put together, that means they've invested time, money, and effort into their body or their image or themselves. So you can't expect them to not require that certain amount of time, money, and effort and image from you. Because if they're going to put it into themselves, they probably require it from everybody around them. That's how I am. I have the same standards for my friendships as I do for my relationships. So I don't have one different standard for friendships and then a different standard for relationships. It's the same across the board. It's the same. So if I'm providing something for myself, I expect it from you. Otherwise, what are you doing there? Just make way for someone else who can do that. And guys love to stress themselves out so much over women who aren't even, like, you can't even match what this woman's doing. So why stress yourself out over it? Just look for someone who you can actually match your energy and your lifestyle. Compatibility is important. Like, just look at the mannerisms of this person. Is this person sophisticated or uncouth? Just look at the mannerisms. But they are obsessed with running after women who they can't keep up with. And then they start shouting and getting mad. Oh my God, you're this or that. Oh my God, you're this and that. It's like, why? Why do that to yourself? But the thing is, they don't want the women who don't look the way they want. That's the problem with them. They don't want the women that don't have the image that they want, or that the image that they're aspiring to. And what I've realized is that every guy feels like he wants the utmost best, which I understand. Like, everyone wants the best for themselves. But at the same time, if you know what this person's about and you know what they require of you, then why get mad when they require that of you, when you knew what they were about from the start? I've never understood that. It's bizarre to me. And I've always just felt that a lot of this gender war is men's frustrations at women's standards. It's men's frustrations at running after women who they know they can't keep up with. And, they always go on about how, this woman has overinflated standards. I mean, it depends on the lifestyle she's been living. If she's been living that lifestyle, then the standards aren't overinflated. They're normality. They're reality. This is what she lives, But, I just feel like there's a lot of focus on the woman's standards and not enough focus on men improving their situations. If men improve their situations, I think certain things won't be seen as such a big deal. I don't know. Like, I just, from what I've experienced with the guys that I've been involved with in the past, or just my previous relationships experience, most men, if they're in a good place in life, it really won't be a big deal for certain things. Like, I mean, sometimes I feel sorry for some women, because, like, some of them can't even these men won't even make you a cup of tea. They won't even take you out on a date, like, and pay for the meal. It's crazy. Not even taking you out on a date or paying for the meals. It's just like, what are you doing? And there's this, I feel like, in terms of men's behavior, like, they've downgraded. Like, what can I say? I genuinely feel like that. Like, not for me, but I can see it across the board for like, other people. And yeah, I would never encourage a woman to lower her standards. Like I've said in my previous videos, when you lower your standards, you lower your quality of life. Because I've never understood the mindset of you as a woman, you're doing well in life, and then you invite someone into your life who just brings you down. There's no point of that. There's just no, it doesn't make any sense. It's never made any sense to me. It's never made any sense to me at all, ever. And I understand, that not everyone's in the same place, and everyone has struggles at one point in their life. But you guys need to be on the same level or at the same wavelength, in terms of what you want, lifestyle compatibility. Like, just some people are more obsessed with image than others. Some people are less obsessed with image. You need to find the person that matches you. Doesn't mean that, you have to be 100% similar, but you can be similar and then you can have differences. And even when you have differences, the differences can actually be in the same category. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. In my previous relationship, we both actually liked sometimes having space, but in different ways. So sometimes I would like, maybe to like just have my own time, me time, just me, And then sometimes he would also like to have his own him time as well. And then in those days, we just wouldn't meet. And there was this understanding that, it's not that we didn't want to see each other, but also that we needed time to ourselves. And when you have that understanding, things just flow. And it's the same thing with with G, with my baby. It's the same thing with him. We have this understanding that he provides financially, and then there are things that I provide for him that he just can't get anywhere else. Like, for instance, he absolutely adores the massages that I give him. Like, when he went to Poland and I wasn't there, he was just like, oh my God, I just feel like flying you out right now so I can get you to massage me. There are just certain things that I give that he just couldn't get outside of our relationship with me, and things that he's not had before in his previous relationships. So if you guys are on the same understanding and the same level as to what each person brings and what each person does for the other person to make them feel good, then it's really sweet. It's a sweet deal, but there's this obsession that men seem to have with women's standards is a problem. It's a problem. Because I've never seen a guy that is okay with himself, that is doing well, that is worried about a woman's standard. It's always the ones that aren't doing well or the ones that are struggling. The problem is the majority of men are struggling. This is the problem. The majority of men are struggling. In fact, the majority of human beings are struggling, right? That's like, as far as I'm concerned. But I feel men overall struggle more financially. Like, I've just got to say that. I just feel in general that men overall, I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's just my opinion. I've always felt that men struggle more and they struggle for longer financially. So I think women's standards probably affect them more. But honestly, there's no point chasing after a woman when you look at her immediately, you know that this is, it's a lot of upkeep. And you can tell when you look at a woman's skin, her teeth, her clothes, her hair, how she constantly shows out. That can give you a good idea of, is this woman is well kept, and, there are certain things she expects. And I've always been like that. There are certain things I expect, and I'm completely unapologetic, like, oh God. Completely completely unapologetic, like, I can't even say that. Completely. And yeah, honestly, this whole gender war where men are constantly complaining about women, and they're constantly like talking about how all women are this and all women are that. Like, you guys focus too much on the women that you aren't even compatible with. The lifestyle isn't the same. So why are you focusing on these women that your lifestyle isn't compatible? Why don't you focus on the women who actually match lifestyle, finances wise? This is the problem. Men like to go, oh, women are shooting out of their league. No, you are shooting out of your league. You are the ones stressing yourself out over nothing. So yeah, I felt this is quite strange to me, and just really, it's pointless, and it's a lot of energy directed in the wrong place. It's a lot of energy directed in the wrong place. But I remember that law where energy can neither be, energy can't really be destroyed. It can just be redirected or reused. And they're using a lot of energy in the wrong place. I don't know. Yeah, I've always just found it weird. Like whenever I hear a guy say, "Oh, you're a gold digger," oh my god, I'm just looking at you like, okay, you've got problems. If I hear a guy, especially when it's like he really doesn't have any money, I'm sorry, but it's always the guys that just barely surviving, that are saying, "Oh, you're a gold digger." Please, who do you think is coming to take your £11 in your account? Like, it's not that deep. A lot of guys that don't even have that have literally just started making decent money will start calling women gold diggers. Women who've actually already been taking care of themselves and had a certain standard before you even met them. It's very strange to me. Very strange. I've always thought it was quite reductive behavior. And anytime I see a man say that, it's quite telling. For me, when I see a man say that, I assume that you haven't ever made any money in your life before. Like, that's what I assume, just because of the previous experiences I've had. And I have been spoiled. I have been spoiled. Actually, I have it so much on my channel. In fact, even in my shorts, I've literally, had random guys. This was even whether I'm in a relationship, whether I'm not in a relationship. I've had random guys buy me things. I got stranded I wouldn't say I got stranded, but when I was on my way to Lagos, I actually missed my flight. I missed my flight to Lagos. And there was this really lovely Nigerian guy next to me. I think he was like a lawyer from the US, a really lovely Nigerian guy. And he told me that I just reminded him of his daughter and he just felt really bad. And then he just basically gave me all of his vouchers for like his meals, which was really nice because he was in first class. And he got me this gorgeous suite in Radisson Blu for 2 days. Like, I didn't even know when he left. I was just there enjoying myself. And my mum, my mum thanked him. He spoke to my mum. And my mum thanked him so much for the help and everything. And it wasn't even that I couldn't get it myself. I could. But it was just really nice that he was just willing to do that. And this is just an example of just the ways that I've been spoiled by random people or by random guys, and I've never really had to ask. It's just always been something that's just been done. And people can tell the kind of things that you're used to with the kind of aura that you have and the kind of way you speak, your confidence level, your vocabulary actually is a huge one. And yeah, I would never encourage any woman to lower her standards. In fact, even I've always said it. We're not just talking about financially, we're talking about what you want for yourself. Like, I've always said, okay, with G, when I got ill, he was there. He literally drove me from city to city to make sure that I got into a hospital. And then when I got discharged from hospital, he drove me city to city back to my house. Like, it was insane. And he was the first person that was there when I woke up from my surgery. And then afterwards, he took me out and flew me out and we had a great time. And just the standards that you have for how you want people to treat you. And I'm, like I said previously, I'm the same with my friends. I never have problems with friendships. You know why? Because I am extremely selective with people I call friends. Acquaintances are not friends. People that you say hi and bye to are not friends. Friends are people that I feel I would take magazine of bullets for. That's what I call friends. And I have the same standard for my friends, for my relationships with my sisters, and with my partner. I have the same standards across the board. So I've always found it really strange when men are angry at women for looking good and then wanting these women, but then actually realizing that looking good isn't free. It's not. It comes at a cost. Maintenance comes at a cost. It's expensive to maintain yourself in a world that is designed to stress you out. It's expensive. Remember, a lot of us are time starved. So having the time to actually take care of yourself is actually a huge luxury within itself. So yeah, one thing I would say to women is never lower your standards, especially black women. Like, never. Like, black women, actually lowering your standards can actually get you killed. I'm sorry. It can actually get you killed out here. I mean, look at that. there's just so many examples. I can't even bring out a specific one. Where do I even start? Where do I even start on just the numerous cases we've had of women lowering their standards and it ends up with them 6 feet under? Just don't do it. Don't do it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. Men's obsession with standards, men's obsession with women's standards, and how it's frustrating them out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What can I say? I think the next thing I want to actually talk about, I've really, 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 really wanted to talk about racial preferences. I've been on about this. You guys know that, in my opinion, I believe that anyone who, like, on dating profiles, when you put your racial preference, if you put a racial preference on dating profiles, you're tacky. You're tacky and you don't have class, because you don't need to let everybody know what your racial preferences are. You just need to, if you get someone that's not that's not what you want, it really takes like 0 seconds to just bin them. Just, remove the profile, cross them out. But people are, especially guys, they are obsessed with shouting out their preferences. Oh my God, I don't want to date black women. Oh my God, I don't want to date white women. Oh my God, I don't want to date purple women. Oh my God, I don't want to date rainbow women. Like, Jesus Christ, no one cares. Like, just shush, no one cares, genuinely. I have never cared about who dated who. I have too much going in my life to care. But I've noticed that men on, especially on these social media platforms, obsessed, especially on dating profiles. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. If you think that it's attracting people that want you, it's not. The people that you even want are turned off when you put that on your dating profile. It's gross. It's very uncouth. It's as soon as I see it, I just think, I can't take you anywhere. Like, it's not nice. It's not a good look on you. So this obsession with people constantly feeling the need to expose their racial preferences in dating is completely fine. It's fine to have preferences. It's not a big deal to have preferences. I don't have particular preferences on race. I've dated almost every race apart from maybe what Asian, but I've had attention from Asian men. I don't have a preference on race. I'm an equal opportunity. Everybody, if you treat me well, you spoil me, you take good care of me, it's fine. But I know that there are some people that have preferences, and that's not a problem. The problem is when you are so desperate to let everybody know people you won't date, and you go on about how you hate these people that you don't want to date and that they're raggedy and ghetto. You don't make yourself look good. You make yourself look frustrated and angry. And it's just not attractive. If you have a preference, focus on the people that you want and stop worrying about the people you don't want. It's got nothing to do with you. People that you don't want have nothing to do with you. And I'll also say this to black women as well. Anyone who says they don't prefer you, you should not be interested or give a damn. That has nothing to do with you. I have only ever focused on people that are interested in me. I don't care about who is not interested. It's not my business. I've always said this. I'm so apathetic. I'm like the most apathetic person you will meet. I'm not apathetic about everything. I am just incredibly hyper-focused on things that matter to me. So I don't concern myself with pointless things that don't matter to me or don't further me. And I really implore black women to do the same. Don't get upset when you see people saying, "Oh, I would know that." It's got nothing to do with you. Let them be advertising their whatever we want to advertise. It doesn't even actually make them look good. What you need to do is you need to worry about who wants you. And that also ties into standards. That also ties into your standards. When you are focused on what you want for yourself, you really don't care about the noise or other people talking about racial preferences or whatever. It won't affect you when you are focused on yourself. Okay? So yeah, that's all I've got to say. Keep your standards high. Don't give a shit when men are frustrated about your standards, because I certainly don't. I don't, baby. I don't give a shit. Seriously, don't give a shit. And then also, don't be worried about other people's racial preferences because it's not your business and it's got nothing to do with you. And the ones that are broadcasting it, believe me, it's not a good look on them. It's a very shabby, dull, wretched look. It's not a good look. So yeah, that's my takeaway for today. So yeah, I will probably do an in-depth video on racial preferences. I actually want to bring up some data on like black women, the marriage rates for black women with white men, marriage rates of black women with black men, and just like other races in general. But I need to do my homework on that. So yeah, what can I say? That's pretty much it for today, guys. I need to bounce. I actually have 2 client sessions today. So yeah, that's pretty much it. One last thing I will say, like I said previously, I was joking around with my CEO on video chat, and we were just laughing about like, the climate in general. And he just randomly mentioned, oh yeah, my wife has wanted me to like, install a new kitchen or whatever, and I guess I'll just have to do it. And he was just so randomly chill about it, and it really made me to understand that when a man loves you, if you really, really want something, it's not an Avengers Endgame battle for you to get it. It's not an Avengers Endgame battle for you to ask a man for something if he really loves you. It's only when he doesn't love you or doesn't truly care about you that it becomes an issue. So yeah, that's the last thing I'll say. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I will see you when I see you. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't know why I keep forgetting. And it just shows you just how much I don't give a fuck. So sorry about that, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? I really appreciate everyone who watches my videos. And thank you so much for watching. God bless. Bye now.